thumbs up day, folks. It is Sunday. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to each and every single one of our dear listeners, wherever you're joining us, whether you're joining us on 90.4 FM or on
in PMB and other areas, it's 105.6 FM.
That's it. Welcome. I am your host, life coach Rabia Carvalho, and with me in studio is brother Sibom Kise. Siboniso Kise. Say hello. Salam alaikum. Sani Bonani. So today we are having a super little treat. In fact, Siboniso, you're going to have the treats.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this moment.
So how has your week been, Sibu?
Actually, it was hectic week, man.
Hectic?
Yeah, because, besides the radio, I also got another side hustle that I'm doing.
Amen.
So nowadays, things are very expensive. Life is,
Yeah.
So you have to move around. You need to multitask, you know what I mean?
But you know what? It's not just even about expenses of life. I think nowadays when, in whatever life kind of area you're in, you've got to be able to multitask, as you say, and you've got to be able to expand who you are. Because if you are kind of tunnel visioned in life, you're never going to evolve. So today, we are going to, first I'm going to start off with answering a few questions. I want to answer a few questions that came in the weeks. And I say in the weeks because I collect these and then it's always my intention to answer the questions that come in. But unfortunately, sometimes the time just runs out. Already we've got some questions here. And I will answer those. But I just want to answer a couple of questions that came in the week first, Sibu. So one of the questions that came in that was 2 Sundays back, actually, was, are the apps, the plant identification apps, any good? So yeah, I find that they really are nowadays. And in fact, the easiest way for you to identify your plants, you don't even have to download an app, is you take a photograph of the plant or of the flower or of the tree. And remember, it's always great if you can zoom in on the leaf or zoom in on the flower or the fruit. And then you use your Google Lens. So open the picture in your gallery on your phone, click those 3 little dots.
Oh, yeah.
And say Google Lens. And it's going to zoom in on the plant or the fruit and it's going to tell you what it is.
Okay.
And you can then assess, is that true, is that not, based on other information that it gives you. So that was the one question that came in. So yeah, there are apps, some of them are paid for, but Google Lens works exceptionally well, especially now that it's AI powered. It really works well. Folks, AI is everywhere. Artificial intelligence. So we have a message that came in here. It's quite a long one. It is from Sister Farhana Sheikh. She says, Salaam alaikum. How are you, sweetie? Want to share some very interesting information with us? And she has sent us a recipe here, which is a drink that could be served in the morning on an empty stomach. It's called a magical gold drink. Ooh, right up my alley over here. Man alive. So she's got soak in salt for at least 5 minutes. Sister, I'm not quite sure that I understand the recipe. It's kind of back to front, but okay. Take the leaves and soft reddish stems, boil in water rapidly on low until it turns a green color. Add a few garlic and a little cinnamon, a little organic turmeric, and keep in a bottle. Drink a glass every morning. I think she might be saying that this is together with moringa. I'm not entirely sure, but the ingredients you've mentioned here, sister, are garlic and cinnamon and soft reddish stems. That's why I assume it's moringa. So yeah, those are really great ingredients. If you're going to have that in the morning, I don't see why not. I think that's fantastic. She says, I made my concoction yesterday and had a mug yesterday and this morning as well. It's great to keep you regular and also has a mild laxative, cleaning your colon and your blood system. Excellent immune boosting. Oh, I love this. Jazakallah, Sister Farhana Sheikh, for that message. As we walked into studio, boom, there the messages were coming in. Subhanallah. So we had another message that came in, a request a couple of weeks back when I mentioned a teeth whitening. Did you know you could whiten your teeth, Benicio, at home? So a lot of
You know why? The reason why I'm asking how, because yesterday, not like yesterday, I think previously, I'm experiencing some dark spots on my teeth.
dark spots on your teeth. Okay, now that can be as a result of coffee, drinks. It can be as a result of smoking. Some people have that habit. Okay, so smoking, coffee, tea, all of these things can stain your teeth. Another thing that leads to discoloration in people a little bit later in life is if they've had a lot of antibiotics early on in life. So two things you have to do is you have to strengthen your teeth, and then you can also whiten your teeth. So to strengthen your teeth, you know, you get these mouthwashes over the counter. Now, often they're full of chemicals. Whereas you can buy yourself a small pot plant of a plant called stevia. Stevia is basically nature's real, not artificial, nature's real sweetener. One leaf sweetens an entire cup of tea. So you make yourself a cup of boiling water, throw the stevia leaf in there and let it sit for 10 minutes. And then you use that as a mouth gargle. So that is going to strengthen your gums, strengthen your teeth, help to rebuild enamel. It's an antiviral, antibacterial, so it is going to help to heal the gums. And gums, of course, are the most important thing when you're thinking of teeth health. Then if you're wanting to whiten your teeth, I use a little thing called gentian violet. Do you know gentian violet?
Nope.
Now, that clearly means you're not from the 80s. You're not a Gen Xer, Sibonisa. Because if you were a Gen Xer living in South Africa, and my dear listeners will know, if you're a Gen Xer, that gentian violet was everywhere. I see we have a message from Sister Aisha Bibi that the audio streaming doesn't appear to be working. So
audio streaming.
Yeah, I'll relay that to you. So folks, if you're not on audio streaming, or you're wanting to hear the show and you're struggling with that, and you're not listening on your radio, go ahead and join us on YouTube. Go ahead and join us on Facebook. That's Radio Al Ansar.
As well as on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram too. There we go. You can be on Instagram too. That's Radio Al Ansar. And of course, on my personal TikTok, that's lifecoach.rabia. We are live there too. So I hope that helps you folks. Apologies for anything. Sometimes, you know, the networks, Bunisu, they really knock things down. Hey, man alive. So we do try our very, very best to come at you every single day, non-stop. From Radio Al Ansar, that Dini connection with a Jannah intention. Yeah. So today, folks, those in terms of teeth whitening, let me give you that recipe. Gentian violet. Back in the days, in the 80s, if you fell and hurt yourself, had a scrape, had a cut, anything at all happened to you, your mom would put one of two things on there. Mercuriochrome. That's what we used to call it, mercurochrome. And that is like a red dye, or gentian violet. And gentian violet is a purple or violet dye. Now, in Australia and in the UK, for instance, because it is an antifungal and it's used for thrush in the mouth as well, they put it into food, animal food, right? But they put massive amounts in. Now, if you put massive amounts of a dye into anything, you're going to have problems. So obviously, they had problems. So they took it off the market. They banned it. But yet, it is quick, chuff chuff to get rid of thrush. So you're going to take a few drops of gentian violet and put it into some toothpaste. Take a blob of toothpaste on a plate or a bowl. Put your gentian violet, make your toothpaste pepper, and then brush your teeth. Brush it, rinse it immediately. Is it going to dye your mouth? No. If you have thin skin and there's a little bit of, purple color that stains, it's going to go away within a couple of hours. So it's all good. And then, the next day you'll brush your teeth. And in fact, once you've used it and you've flushed out your mouth, you're going to find your teeth are sparkly white. If you do have a lot of plaque, you can also add to that toothpaste with a few drops of gentian violet. Yes, gentian violet. Suleima is saying here on the live, is it violet? Yes, it is. It is a violet color. You can add a little bit of bicarbonate of soda to it. So now you've got a whitening toothpaste that also basically has a little bit of an abrasiveness from bicarbonate of soda. That's cool. That's all good. So that is your recipe for teeth cleaning. And my goodness, Siboniso, it is already 23 minutes past 9. We're going to go for an ad break in about 2 minutes. But before we do that, I want to introduce today's topic because we are a gardening and natural living show. So we have Nature's Apothecary, but we do a lot of gardening. And now is a really good time because we're going into the winter months to start getting out, your seeds for chilies. They do need heat in order to germinate. But the chilies at the moment, some chilies are really in fruit. And some of those for me are the Carolina Reapers. And I just want to show you. I've got some Carolina Reapers over here. If you are on the lives on YouTube or are we on Facebook and Instagram? Yeah. Or if you're joining me on TikTok, this is the Carolina Reaper. I'm going to show the camera. See that point there?
Yeah.
That point there, that sharp point says ouch. It says ouch. Carolina Reaper is the hottest chili in the world. Okay, so to give you an idea, today, Siboniso is going to be testing a few different chilies after the break. And what he's going to be testing, we're going to start you, Sibu, on Rennies, okay?
Okay.
We're going to start you on an antacid. So let's give you 2 of those. You can go ahead, take them from me, inshallah. And those 2 antacids is literally to just make sure that his stomach is okay to receive this. Do we have your permission, Siboniso? Do we disclaimer for your health? Are you participating voluntarily?
G.
Okay. Do you exclude any claims from this? Yes, we're not going to make him eat the whole chili, folks, because we've got to be responsible, okay? But let's talk about something called how hot the chilies can get, because today is how hot can you get? Jalapenos come in at 4,000 to 8,000 on a Scoville Heat scale. What is that? Do you know what a Scoville Heat scale is? No. So a pharmacist by the name of Wilbur Scoville in 1912, that's how long ago, started looking into how hot chilies are. And you can measure your temperature with a thermometer. Okay. So he figured, hey, if you can measure your temperature with a thermometer, surely you can measure the heat in chilies, in peppers, right? And so he devised this whole system to discover how hot chilies are. And it's a scale, like a temperature scale. Now, it's the abbreviation is either SKU, some people call it SKU for Scoville units, and some people call it SHU, which is Scoville Heat units. So today we're starting at a jalapeno, and you all know jalapenos, and that's 4 to 8K. Pardon me. I haven't eaten any chilies yet, but the smell of them. Man alive, subhanallah. Then we're going to introduce Siboniso to the Serrano chilies. Serrano chilies come in at 10,000 to 25,000, okay? Okay with that? Siboniso, cool, Serranos. And then we're doing the habaneros. Everybody loves habaneros, right? And they actually come in at 100,000 to 350,000 on a Scoville scale. Tabasco is 30,000 to give you an idea. Okay, if you like Tabasco. And then we're going for, you see, now I touched that chili with my hand. I should have had gloves. Muff, folks, muff. We're going to introduce you to the Carolina Reaper. Now, let me tell you about the Carolina Reaper. Police grade pepper spray is 500,000 to 2 million Scoville scale, Scoville units, Scoville Heat units, SKUs, SHUs. The Carolina Reaper, my dear brother, comes in at 2.3 million. So you're going to be hot today. Hot. Yes, indeed. So if you have any questions in the meantime, please do let us know. How do you grow chilies? You're going to germinate chilies in the heat, okay? And you can do that outside in open air. Cover your chili. So in other words, the chili seed is normally quite small, usually dry. So you place it into the ground and you cover it just with a fine little bit of river sand, right? And then make sure that your soil has enough kind of aeration. So good potting soil, great amount of compost in there, nice aeration from a bit of perlite or vermiculite, and you're all set. The bigger the pot, the bigger your plant grows. Now, I have a 75-liter pot. I have 3 of those, and I grow chilies in there. But the chilies only grow till about maybe 1 meter high. But I also have a Carolina Reaper in the ground. And that chili is currently 2 meters high, 3.5 meters wide, and it's one chili plant. It bears profusely. Chilies love space. They love space. And the Carolina Reaper, we're going to talk a little bit more about it after the break because we do have to go and pay some bills, Siboniso.
Yeah, I also got some few questions.
You got some questions?
Gee.
Yes. Let's go for the break. We're going to come back after the break and we're going to answer some questions. Don't go away. You're with Green Thumbs Up on Radio Al-Ansar and I'm Rabia Carvalho. I'm in studio with Siboniso Mkhize.
Getting you through your day. Radio Al-Ansar.
The slice of life. Just R9.50 a loaf. More than just bread, it's a lifeline. For only R9.50, you can help feed orphanages, old age homes, and communities in need. Every loaf goes to someone who truly needs it. Share the warmth. Share a slice. Together, we can make a difference. Call Outreach on 031 208 1601.
Come get our butcher's best for less at Checkers Foods Cowie Park. Enjoy certified halal butchery products like Dorslandworst, just $89.99 per kg. Beef bangers, just $79.99 per kilo. Mutton bright chops, just $99.99 per kg. Mutton damia sausages, just $99.99 per kilo. Deals valid until Sunday, May 11th. Only at Checkers Foods Cowie Park. Now certified by the NIHT, the National Independent Halal Trust, across our butchery, bakery, and deli.
Elegant, stylish, and affordable. Al Noor kurtas are designed to make you feel confident and stylish with intricate embroidery, vibrant colors, and comfortable fabrics. These kurtas are sure to become your go-to choice for everyday wear and special occasions alike. Visit the Al-Ansar bookshop at 207 West Road, Overport, or call them on 031 208 1601. Al-Ansar Shop, your one-stop Islamic shop.
Radio Al-Ansar, 24/7, 365.
Boom, 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 boom.
A little boy went first day at school. He got some crayons and he started to draw. He put colors all over the paper. For colors was what he saw. The teacher said, "What you doing, young man?"
"I'm painting flowers, see?"
"Well, this is not the time for art."
WhatsApp us now on 060-904-1056.
Radio Al-Ansar, Derbish, 90.4 FM. Pietermaritzburg, 105.6 FM.
"You're not the only one." And she said, "Flowers are red. Green leaves are green. There's no need to see flowers any other way than the way they always."
Hey, we're back on Green Thumbs Up. This is Rabia Carvalho and I'm in studio with Siboniso Mkhize. This morning we have been talking about chilies and I'm not going to lie, I touched that chili with my hand and first I had the coughs and now I've actually got a burn in the back of my throat. So how do you make your chilies grow really, really, really hot? There's a tip that I can give you all. The hotter you want your chili, the more you got to stress that plant. Stress the plant, by not giving it water before you harvest. So don't water your plant for a couple of days. Give it a little bit of stress and the chili gets hotter. So I have not watered this chili plant in 3 days. Siboniso. And that's Carolina Reaper. So you had some questions for me, brother.
Yeah, but actually,
let's talk.
I got this question from last night.
From last night?
I wasn't
Man
sleeping.
alive. You weren't sleeping because you knew you were going to be doing chili
Okay,
eating.
the first question goes like this. What type of a soil do chilies prefer?
So chilies prefer light, aerated soil. With an average pH. They don't like acidic. Some chilies like a slightly more acidic soil, like for example your ají amarillo, which is a really long chili but quite spicy. It is a part of the extreme chilies. But most chilies like a standard, nice potting soil, good aeration so the roots can go through it. They don't like a lot of water, heavy waters. They don't want to sit in the water. But your soil, therefore, is 1 part potting soil, 3 parts potting soil, 1 part compost, 1 part aeration, and that would be your vermiculite or your perlite. And that's a really great combination for your chilies.
Oh, wow. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Okay, it says, should I water in the morning or evening?
Whenever it comes to any plant in the winter,
Yeah.
you don't want to water too late because the ground gets really cold and that can damage the roots of plants. So in the winter time, especially if you got in a frosty region, water early mornings. If you're in the summer, often you have to water morning and evening. Never water your plants in the highest heat, like 12, because the roots get a shock. They get a shock because they're really hot and then they get a shock. Try, if you've got pot plants, to kind of heat proof your pots. And you can do that either by having Hessian bags and planting your pot into the Hessian bag and then into your pot. Or if you're going to recycle, and people concerned about plastic, but this is what I do. I take bubble wrap and I line my pots in bubble wrap.
Oh, yeah.
And then, because my pot is really, really large, then I fill my pot, 75-liter pot, and then I plant the plant in the middle. So there shouldn't be any leaking of plastic, into the soil and being picked up by the plant.
All right.
So that's great. Yeah. Next question.
So in all,
yeah,
winter is a good time or good season to plant the chilies.
Well, chilies like heat in order to germinate. They need heat in order to germinate. So all throughout the year, you could germinate chilies, but you need to actually have them grow when there's a bit of heat. So ideally, like a tomato plant, you want to plant them in the springtime. But different cultivars of chilies have different tastes for temperature, different appetites for temperature. And you may find that some chilies, like the Carolina Reaper, I planted my Carolina Reaper in the autumn this time last year. It germinated on my kitchen window, and it was great. It grew. I put it into the ground in early spring outside, hardened it out a little, put it out for an hour, took it away, put it out for an hour, took it away, and then put it into the big pot. And it has just flourished. So watch your plants. If there is sign of too much cold or too much heat, your plant's going to tell you.
Yeah.
As you get to know them, it speaks to you through its color, through the wilting of the leaves, through the fruit, and does require pollination. So in the winter months, remember, bees are kind of more dormant, so they're not as active. So you're not going to get as much pollination to have fruit in the winter time.
Okay, this is my last one.
Yeah.
How do I store chilies for later use?
Chilies can be stored in so many different ways. You can dry them, number one.
Okay.
You can dry them. You can take the seeds, dry the seeds, put them in envelopes, and then put that envelope in an airtight container, like a tin, ideally. And then you can store those, put the date on, and you can store those for quite a while. As long as there is no moisture in those chilies, those dry chilies, they're going to keep giving, right? You can turn them into pickles. And that is with a brine. Okay, brine is you would take 1 part of vinegar, 1 part of water, and then you're going to take non-iodated salt. That's the trick, non-iodated or pickling salt, and add that to your brine, put it on the stove, bring it to a boil, and then throw your chilies in raw. Bottle them, you can water bath can them or put them in the fridge, and there you've preserved your chilies. You can also freeze chilies. A lot of people don't know that you can freeze them.
Is it?
You can freeze your chilies, harvest them, freeze them. You can make chutneys, you can make sauces. That's another way to preserve your chilies. You can also make chili jam. So you have that sweetness.
Oh, yeah.
You have the sweet and you have the bite of the chili. You've got both. So that's another way to preserve your chilies.
Wow, mashallah. I learned something new today.
You see, you learned something new today.
That's what the show is all about.
That's what the show is all about. Any questions on chilies? The other thing to know about chilies, and it's similar with tomatoes, is chilies grow like a bush, okay? Chilies are a bush, and they grow bushy. And yet, they need the light to go down into the arms. So if you think of a chili bush as a central main stem with these arms coming out to the side. But from those side arms shoot up little arms going up. And it's important to prune your chilies if you want more fruit. So to prune them, you're going to remove some of those arms that go upward. So that more light can flow, more sunlight can flow into those arms that spread out. And in that way, you're going to get more flower buds. You're going to get more fruit. So prune the chilies. Prune the chili bushes. Now, what are your favorite chilies, Boniso?
Actually, I like the small one. I don't know what it's called.
Do you like you mean that Serrano, or do you mean the smaller one?
No, that one is too big.
Okay, so you like the bird's eye chilies, those small ones?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bird's eye chilies are quite hot as well.
Yeah.
They are quite spicy. Okay, so Sibonisi, are you ready?
Yes. Bismillah.
Is he ready? Bismillah. Is he ready? I think we need to have a nasheed playing in the background over here, because we've got to bring let's, in fact, before we do that eating, I want to give us all a moment. I do this thing on our show, which is a gratitude moment. And today, I want to do that gratitude moment with a spot of mindfulness, okay? We go through life and we hold tension in our bodies. And I want to help us to release that tension. You got to be calm before you eat your chilies, Benito.
Yeah.
So let's get that nasheed going there in the background. Let's add a little bit of a gentle vibe here. Here's what we're going to do. Folks, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, let's take a deep breath in. Hold it, and slowly, slowly exhale. Exhale really, 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 really slowly. Now you've reset your nervous system. Now I want you to, wherever you are, if you can, close your eyes. Close your eyes for me. And I want you to focus on your eyeballs. Focus on the bones around your eye socket. Can you feel them? Feel the bone in your skull, the bones that go from your eyebrows up to your forehead. Become aware of it. And immediately you will notice if there is tension in the muscles on your forehead. You'll release that frown. Focus on the bones going down the sides of the face and into your cheek, and release it. Focus now on your jaw. You may want to open and close your jaw a little. And release the tension in your jaw. Release the tension in your shoulders. And keep going all the way down your body. And let's take a moment just to be grateful. Just to be grateful for life. To be grateful for everything that we have. No matter how bad things may be for us, unfortunately, there is someone who has things worse. We have a call coming in from one of our listeners. I don't know if we can take that call. Let's take that call. Okay, we're going to have to call her back. Let's have a look here. So we're going to release that tension. Oh, I think she just wanted to know what time the show started. It has started. It has started, sister. So yeah, remember, folks, if for any reason there are technical issues, you can always catch us. Always catch us on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
Another message came in from Sister Hafiza. Salams, a tip to get more branches and more chilies on your tree. Pinch off the tip of the tree. So that is a tip for any plant. Any plant. It's called the terminal bud. And that is so true. So Jazakallah Hafiza for reminding us of that. If you take the tip off any bush, it's going to branch out sideways. That terminal bud at the top is what pushes your plant to grow vertically. And if you want it to start pushing out branches, you nip that bud. That's it. So she says, wow, your tree gets lots of chilies. I got 80 chilies on one tree. Wow, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. So, okay. So let's do this. Right. Siboniso, you're here. Let's turn the camera over there. And what I'd like you to do, Siboniso, is first of all, make use of the knife over there, because we don't want you eating the entire chili. And we want Siboniso to not just taste the heat, but also give us a description of the flavor of the chilies. What people don't always know is that chilies do have different flavors. For instance, the Carolina Reaper initially doesn't taste a lot of heat. You don't taste the heat as soon as it hits your tongue. Okay, there's a fruitiness, and I want you to figure out if there is a fruitiness in these for yourself. There's a fruitiness to it. That's a really, really lovely flavor. And then the heat happens. So, chilies get hotter the closer you get to the stem because you're getting closer to the seeds. If you want your chilies to not be as hot, remove the seeds. Okay, so Siboniso, let's go. We're starting you on the Serrano chilies. Whoop, whoop. Serrano chilies are the first chili he's going to try. Remember, oh no, pardon me. We're starting on the jalapeno, hey? Jalapeno is the least heat. That is 4,000 to 8,000 Scoville heat units. So that is the fat one. Let me show. Let me show one of them. That's the green one in the next one. That's it. That's it. That's it. So I want to show this one here. If you are on YouTube, that is your jalapeno. If you are on Siboniso is kind of waving his face because the heat is about to strike. Alrighty, so when I was little, my father used to buy these jalapenos in bulk. And we used to take them. I'm going to join you on this one. Okay. He used to take them and we used to eat the whole thing. And what's divine about jalapenos is when you put some cheese in them. Okay. So let's go. Bismillah. Okay. I would suggest cut a piece off of the tip and try that. Let's go. Bismillah. I'm joining you on the jalapeno, but not on the others because flavor-wise, there's not a lot of flavor. For me, it tastes like a green pepper with kick. How about you? A green pepper.
Some sugar, a little bit sugar.
Yes, there is a sweetness in jalapenos, but that burn is kind of, it's a nice burn, isn't it? It's a friendly burn.
Yeah.
It kind of fills your entire mouth. It's quite
I like
nummy.
that term, friendly.
Friendly. It is a friendly heat.
Friends, yeah.
This is a friendly heat. We're looking at 4,000 to 8,000 Scoville scale. I do like chilies. I do like chilies. All right, so that's that one. Oh, come on. You ate less than I did. Oh, look at that. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. That's mine. That's yours. Okay. We got just the tip, but that's okay because that's the least heat. What are you saying woo for? You're only, come on now. You can feel, but I'm eating the same thing as you. I'm eating the same thing. Girl power, ladies. That is our jalapeno. Shall I try some of the Serrano with you? Okay, I think I'll have some of the Serrano. It's the one on the far end, if you wouldn't mind. Jazakallah, yes. These are your Serrano chilies. Now, I've brought them in green. They will eventually get brighter yellow into red. And obviously, the more ripe they are, the hotter they're going to be. But we're looking here. Is your mouth burning? No way.
You can see even my nose. That's
man alive. I thought he had the power, but clearly, Serrano chilies, 10 to 25,000. Okay, let's go. Bismillah. So, I'm going to leave it in my mouth first. The first thing I taste is a similar heat profile as the jalapeno. Just a little bit more sting in it. How about you? Flavor-wise, not as sweet.
not sweet, yeah.
Serrano is not as sweet. It doesn't taste like a green pepper. Certainly hotter.
Yeah.
Certainly hotter. But it's all the tongue action, right? The Serrano gives you heat on the tongue. And it's the front part of the tongue. Huh?
True.
Yeah. What does it taste like to you?
Some sort of, I don't know what fruit is.
Well, it's green. It tastes green, doesn't it? Like,
it has that taste. I don't know how to describe it, but
a little bit of a bite there. Yeah, that's your Serrano chilies. Yeah, I think now we're going to give it a little bit of time. before we have our habanero, we did ask the listeners if they wanted to join us. And you know, folks, chili eating competitions are a big thing around the world. Do you know what the record was last year for chili eatings? A lady in India, ate 36. Ooh, the heat is building in the serrano on my tongue. It's literally stinging. She ate 36 Carolina Reapers in one sitting. The whole chili. That's a lot. But there's big prize money in this. Ooh. And I want to give you all a heads up. Our next Nature's Market Day, diarize, 25th of October. Have some milk. You already need milk. Here you go. Diarize, folks. The 25th of October, that weekend, is our next Nature's Market Day. And we are hoping to have a chili eating competition.
Oh, wow.
Now, in a proper chili eating competition, you would sit down and eat the entire chili. And then go up in heat to the next, and then to the next, and work your way from your cayenne pepper, which is kind of very mild, all the way up to your Carolina Reaper, through your various ají chilies, through your Moruga scorpions, through your douglas, through your chocolate hot pots, through your 7 hot pots. And each of these have different flavors, unique flavor profiles. So we're looking at chili eating competition with prizes. So diarize. We want you there. And we want to know who of our community members can handle the heat. There will be prizes. Drum roll. So plant sharing, plant swapping, Nature's Market Day, October. Now, we're going to push it a little bit further, hey? We're going a little bit further to habanero. Let's go, Siboniso. We're moving from the 25,000, kicking it up a notch. We're skipping Tabasco, which was 30,000. You've had milk. I have not. I feel very proud of myself right now, folks. My nose ain't running. Siboniso.
Yeah,
Those little light-colored ones. That's a habanero.
Oh, wow.
Habaneros start off green. They can go yellow, orange. Some habaneros can go red. But usually, they're like an orange color. They're different to the Carolina Reaper in that the shape looks the same. It's like a roundish, squarish, sorry?
It's like nachi.
Nachi.
Yeah.
Nachi color. Yeah, it is. It is. But the habanero kicks it up a notch. So, slice off your piece. Enjoy. And we want to know what it tastes like to you. He's already had some milk, so that's a good thing. He's slicing up a piece of that habanero. You can show it to the camera. Let's just bring the plate here, if you don't mind. I'd love to show folks who are watching. You can bring the plate. Bring the plate, brother. There we go. So that's our habaneros. Okay. That's the habanero. Now, my advice to you, Siboniso, my advice to you is avoid any of the seeds. Okay?
All right.
Because for all your bravery, and Siboniso told us that he's a chili lover, that he likes
You need to take
really
it out
hot
there.
chilies.
Six.
Okay? That's what he says.
Okay.
Now, that does not look like what you said to me, Siboniso. Let's go. Habanero. No. Take the tip of the habanero because that part is going to be too hot for you.
Okay.
I can see.
Yeah.
I don't want you to
Let's try
be
this
in
one.
pain. He's going to now try a portion of the habanero. Let's go. Oh, come on. He's going like, like when you're scared. He's like nibbling the tip of a tiny little piece of habanero.
This one has a taste of
I want to taste it. May I have
like
the plate?
I don't know, green pepper.
Is it green
On
pepper?
the first bite.
This
Let
is
me
it.
carry on.
This is it. I'm going to taste a piece as well. Salams. Hope you're well. A listener says, is there a chili called bell chili? And sis, you are beating the brother. Yes, we are. Ooh, we are. Is there a chili called bell chili? So your bell peppers is what I think you were talking about. but there are round chilies. There's so many different cultivars and varieties of chilies. Really, I don't know of a bell chili, but I'm just thinking. I used to have a yes, I used to have a, what's it called? Something bell. There's another name to it. I'll have to look it up and get back to you. Okay, I'm gonna. No, Sabinice, you're supposed to be doing that on camera. We want to see you suffer. Astaghfirullah. Okay, let me go. Okay, habanero. Put it in my mouth. It does have a citrus flavor. Did you pick up that? You mentioned nachi, and it's true. So I'm putting this habanero. So you've had the far end tip portion. I'm having a bit of the middle portion.
Yeah.
Come on now, that's not hot.
No.
So why are you crying?
It's mild. I think
it tastes milder than the jalapeno. It tastes milder than the serrano. Mashallah. That's tasty. Very citrusy. Wow. Wow. Awesome. That's really nice. It has a much richer flavor. Much richer flavor. I'm loving it. Ashraf Musa, brother Ashraf says, Assalamu alaikum, bell pepper chili. So a bell pepper is a normal bell pepper, but it's not that. It's not that. There's another bell. Is it a Christmas bell? Something bell. I'm enjoying this chili. It's quite lekker.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and now. Ooh, Siboniso, take the mic for a second. I got to get rid of this frog that's stuck in my throat. Man alive. Okay, all good, all good. Well, no, we're good. Let's go. We're good. So there are a few different chilies. There's ones that look like bells, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. The heat is rising now to the back of my throat. But it's good. Oh, it's good. It's good. Okay, Sister Salma says, this is it. There's a bell chili. Yes, but it's something. The full name isn't Bell. Bell is part of the name. I'll figure it out. But Jazakallah, Sister Salma, for that. This one is burning. There's a heat. Sibonisa, I think we need a little ad break. Just for a split second so I can catch my breath because my tongue, she's on fire.
Or you can carry on maybe after the news. I think we are just
Can we do that?
A few minutes before the news time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like literally the heat is rising. Let me tell you what's happening, folks. The tip of my tongue feels like I've dipped it into a little bit of acid. It needs fresh air. And then the heat travels up my tongue, but the middle of my tongue is fine. Then the back of my tongue is burning. And now my lips are on fire.
I'm clearly that I'm not alone.
My lips are feeling anesthetized. My nose is... I'm getting that euphoria. Wow.
Yeah.
That chili euphoria that happens when you eat chilies. We need to just breathe through this. Folks, are you listening to this? The heat. Ooh, the heat. The heat.
And my nose.
Man alive. Now, this is where your brain struggles to think because all your resources are going towards managing the heat. Something has always happened to me as a child, right through my life, is when I eat chilies, I get cold. Like cold. I start to shiver. Bishop's crown. Oh, yes, Jazakallah, Sister Salma. Bishop's crown. That is the one. Bishop's crown or Christmas chilies. Jazakallah, Jazakallah, Jazakallah. That's what we needed. That is the name, Bishop's crown. Oh, feeling a little lame. Are you feeling lame? And that is a habanero at 100 to 350,000 Scoville heat scales. I need to take off my glasses because I think they're misting over. Yeah, my glasses are misting over. Folks, you've seen it here. Rabia Carvalho's eyes are misting. Look at that. Look at that. Just look at that. And now the heat is abating just slightly. Need to put the glasses back on. But yes, it is wonderful. Brother Ashraf Musa says, maybe is it a silly question? Is bell pepper not a type of chili? Interesting. It is of the pepper family. So in a sense, you could say it's a type of chili. But in actual fact, it is more that it doesn't contain any heat. So your bell peppers is of the pepper family, but it doesn't have any capsaicin. So it is sweet. Now, capsaicin, the benefits of capsaicin is to get your blood flowing, which is why for some people it produces heat. For me, it produces cold. My hands are ice cold right now. Ice cold. I'm shivering a little because I'm feeling really, really cold. Sister Luthia Sied says, don't touch your eyes, boo. Do not touch your eyes. Do not touch any mucous membranes. In other words, don't touch your eyes. Don't pick your nose. Don't put your fingers in your ears. Avoid any mucous membranes because capsaicin stays on your skin. It's 1 minute to 10 o'clock when we will have the news. And we're going to wait until after 10 o'clock because at 10 o'clock when we have the news, Sibu and I are going to run. We're going to run and get some tissues. We're going to go and get some milk. I'm going to get myself a glass because I brought you one. Didn't bring me one because I didn't think I would be participating. But I thought, what the hey? Bismillah, let's do it. It's 10 o'clock. We're going to take the news. We're going to go to the news and we'll be back right after this. Stay with Green Thumbs Up with Rabia Carvalho and Siboniso Mkize. We'll be back after this.
So, can you handle the heat? Well, if you think so, this Sunday on Green Thumbs Up with Rabia Carvalho, we're not really talking about growing chilies, and it's going to be more about surviving them. From mild to murderous, we're tasting our way up the Scoville scale all the way to the Carolina Reaper. Sibonisa stepping up, so are you in? Tune in, laugh, cry, sweat, and maybe bring some milk. What? Don't miss it, this Sunday, the 4th of May, Green Thumbs Up, only on Radio Al Ansar.
An informative Islamic global perspective. This is Al Ansar News.
Making news at 10, ratepayer associations in the eThekwini municipality continue to advocate for oversight of infrastructure projects to ensure that budgets are spent accordingly and get value for money. Good morning, I'm Tabila Duma. Ratepayer associations in the eThekwini municipality continue to advocate for oversight of infrastructure projects to ensure budgets are spent accordingly and get value for money. Alicia Kisun, eThekwini Ward 23 and the Democratic Alliance Councillor, said that they were alarmed by the findings presented at the Finance Committee meeting of March 2025, which confirmed that the municipality is failing to invest in basic infrastructure while its financial position worsens. Kisun said that the municipality has spent just 7.87% of its total budget on capital projects like water, housing, and electricity. Kisun stated that the municipality claims 96% of its grant of funding has been spent, including internal transfers and operational costs. However, according to the municipality's own financial tables, only 55% of capital grants have been spent, leaving over 1.48 billion rands outstanding. The eThekwini Residents and Ratepayers Association chairperson Ish Prahlad said it was evident that there was neglect on water and road infrastructure in the municipality. The ERRA believes that the ratepayers' money is being misused and overspent as long as jobs are not quoted and finished up properly. The police have dismissed the claims of a conspiracy linked to the deaths of the 3 constables. The bodies of the 3 constables were retrieved from the Hanaps River in Centurion earlier last week. Authorities believe that their car crashed, rolled and veered off the N1 highway while they were speeding during a storm. Investigations into the cause of the crash are ongoing, but authorities suspect no foul play. Meanwhile, KwaZulu-Natal's Gwaklimba package plant, which reticulates water to 18 villages situated in eThekwini municipality's Ward 1, was officially opened on Friday. The 378 million rands two-phased package plant will transport potable water via a 7.4-kilometer pipeline to 2 command reservoirs in the area. According to the Department of Water and Sanitation, the 2 reservoirs will supply 18 villages in and around Gwaklimba. The area of Kweklimba previously depended on a reservoir in Caterage which received treated water from Midmar Water Treatment Works through the Western Aqueduct. Minister of the Department of Water and Sanitation, Phemi Majortina, said that the project consists of the completed first phase of a water treatment portable plant which supplies 2 megalitres per day and a second one that was upgraded to supply 7 megalitres per day. Majortina said that the plant was commissioned last year and is operating well and will remain under the custodianship of the Mgenu Tugela Water. The upgraded facility is said to supply 7 million litres of clean water daily to Ward 1, the largest ward in eThekwini municipality. The driver of a cash and transit van has been injured after he was attacked in Pretoria. The incident happened on Ramapudu Road in Mamelodi. The driver was taken to a nearby clinic. A group of armed suspects made off with an undisclosed amount of money. The SCP Security, which is a guard service company, says that a black vehicle was used to ram the van. And finally, Iran has defended its right to enrich uranium, doubling down on a long-held stance as the next round of nuclear negotiations with the United States and Oman were abruptly delayed. Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi took to social media yesterday to declare Iran has every right to possess the full nuclear fuel cycle, referencing the country's membership in the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. In a Thursday interview with a news agency, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio urged Iran to halt its enrichment efforts, arguing that the only countries in the world that enrich uranium are the ones that have nuclear weapons. However, countries like Germany, Japan, and Brazil also conduct enrichment without possessing nuclear arsenals. The comments come after a fourth round of indirect talks between Washington and Tehran, originally scheduled for yesterday, was postponed. Oman, acting as a mediator, cited logistical reasons for the delay. A new date remains unconfirmed, with one Iranian official telling a news agency that it would depend on the U.S. approach. The setback follows a new wave of U.S. sanctions tied to Iran's oil sales and alleged continued support for Yemen's Houthi rebels. Tehran responded by accusing Washington of sending contradictory messages that undermined diplomacy. Taking a look at temperatures, Durban is at 13 to 21, Richards Bay 16 to 22, Ulundi 8 to 19, Ladysmith 6 to 20, and Margate is at 14 to 21. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Tabila Duma.
Radio Al-Ansar.
With 49 years of experience in the motoring industry, Metro Car Sales has been proudly serving you since 1976. Need a great deal on your next car? We've got you covered. We offer in-house finance arranged in 1 hour. So, what are you waiting for? Call us now on 033 3942 595. Visit us today at number 1 Boshoff Street, Pietermaritzburg. You can also check out our amazing deals online at www.metrocars.co.za. Metro Car Sales, your number 1 dealer in wheels.
The Sunday Lounge with Salma Kazi Wahab, 10 to 12. Latest machine, celebrity artist features. Event, news from the machine world, top 10 countdown. Sunday Lounge with Salma Kazi Wahab.
Elder Care. Your Zakah makes a difference. Your Zakah ensures that our elders are well taken care of. This drive provides rent assistance, food, and basic essentials to ensure that our seniors live comfortably. Your generous support ensures that they receive medical care and nourishment, allowing them to live with dignity and peace. Donate today and make a difference with a lasting impact on their lives. Call Outreach now on 031 208 1601.
At this time of trial and worry, the blessings of charity are the ideal means to avoid calamity and despair. The Al Imdad Foundation gives you the opportunity to sponsor a share in a borehole in South Africa for just 1,000 rand and provide what the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, called the best form of charity. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Radio Al-Ansar, 24/7, 365.
Welcome back to Green Thumbs Up, your gardening and natural living show, the one you didn't know you needed, the one where everyone's an expert and nobody has all the answers. There have been some questions that I wanted to address that have come in on the various social media platforms. Firstly was, what are the benefits of eating chilies raw? So benefits of eating chili raw. Firstly, it is great for your immune system, very high in vitamin C. It is a great blood circulation activator. Okay. And in fact, cayenne pepper contains capsaicin, the same as all of these chilies. And if you were to be having a heart attack and someone were to give you cayenne pepper, it could stop that heart attack in its tracks. And again, folks, always get your medical opinion from your doctors. This is natural healing advice. Okay. So the other question that we had was what was that? Spunisi, there was a question that came in here. I'm just trying to find. So what is the benefits of eating? Oh yes, can I eat chilies if I have ulcers? So ulcers create irritation in the stomach. It creates acid reflux, and chilies may irritate it, but it's also very healing. So it's like a double-edged sword. So yes, you can have chilies if you have an ulcer, but you've got to kind of increase your tolerance to it. So the way to do it that actually heals your gut and may even heal the ulcer is to take cayenne pepper, the powdered stuff. So you take a pinch of it, put it into a glass of warm water. You can add some honey if you want to, and have that in the morning. It's great for cholesterol as well. The next day, you have the same thing. The next day, you have the same thing. And slowly, you're building on how much cayenne pepper you can take. And that can actually have a healing effect on the body. So now is the time that everyone's been waiting for. Somebody messaged and said, have I missed the chili eating segment? No, you haven't. We have started. Yes, we have been through. So let's give 5 stars here out of 5 in terms of flavor. We have been through the jalapeno. What do you give it out of flavor? 1 to 5.
The first one.
Yeah. That was a jalapeno, flavor-wise. Remember, it was just very like a green pepper.
Sweet something.
Yeah.
Maybe 4.
4. I give it a 2.
You sure?
Yeah, I found it no flavor. Mind you, let's give it a 3. I think I'll give it a 3 because the serrano was totally flavorless for me. It just tasted like something green, but so is grass green.
Oh, yeah.
Grass is also green. What did you give it, serrano?
Serrano, 3.
3. Okay, so for you, the serrano is less flavorful than the jalapeno. Same, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And then the habanero. Oh, the flavor. What did you think? 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5.
Let's make it 3. Okay.
3. You see, now I liked the habanero. I tell you what, it burnt. It burnt like a sticker, but it really, really, really was tasty. I liked the fruitiness of it. And that's when we had to, thank goodness, subhanallah, we were close to a news break. And I had to run off and I got some milk and I got us a bog roll because we need the tissues, folks, because now we're going for the big boy.
Yeah, that's a red big boy.
So let me tell you about the Carolina Reaper. Carolina Reaper was developed. It's obviously a hybrid chili. It's been developed from one of the chilies being the habanero, some being the serrano. And so there's been like a cross-pollination, and that's how you create new chilies. You will take a flower from one chili and a flower from another chili, and you will cross-pollinate them, put the pollen from one flower onto the stamen of the flower from a different chili. And so you're creating different types of chilies. When the Carolina Reaper was created, the folks in India decided this is a good way to keep elephants away. Just with the leaves. So what they'll do in these chili farms or even on farms, they will take the green leaves of the Carolina Reaper and they will mash those leaves together and create like a paste, and they'll rub that paste on the fences of the farms. And that keeps the elephants away, which tells you how potent they are. When you're handling extreme chilies, please use gloves. We're not using gloves in studio today. I forgot about it. So we'll just be very careful not to touch our eyes or nose or ears. But mouth doesn't matter because we're going to be putting them in our mouths anyway. So are you ready? He's jumping up and down. Are you ready, Freddie?
Yes.
Ready, Freddie. Here we go. We are now going to approach the Carolina Reaper. Let me just show you once again. Hang on. I want to show this camera here. This is the Carolina Reaper. Okay, this is the Carolina Reaper. We've got one. We've got two. And I tell you what, if you message the studios now on 060 904 1056 and you'd like a Carolina Reaper, I will leave one for you. See, this one has got a stinger. See that stinger? That stinger. It's like a scorpion's tail.
You know what I've noticed since we've been doing this testing segment? Actually, because I'm a hard worker. So since I've tested all these types of chilies, I had some pain, because I'm working like long hours. But since I've eaten this, I'm feeling much better. So I don't have to buy, all this energy stuff because, normally in the morning I have to have maybe like a 1 can of something, which is I can't say it on air because, they never pay for advertising.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing that gives you wings.
I'm telling you, yeah.
Okay.
And some pain. And I've
pain.
just checked now. Yeah, it's also helps if you got some pains, around the body. Yeah.
That's because chilies are anti-inflammatories. And because they're anti-inflammatory, they do have a pain, a numbing thing, right? So anti-inflammatory, it's an analgesic. And because it's rushing blood to the different parts of your body, it's going to make sure that all of those healing bodies, your blood, basically your white blood cells, your red blood cells are going to rush off to wherever there is pain, reduce the inflammation. And if there's any healing that's needed there, that's going to provide
gives
that healing.
You the source of vitamin.
Yes.
Vitamin A, yeah.
Vitamin A and vitamin C too.
And C too, yeah.
Yeah. So they are little pockets, little treasures, chilies. So now, Sibonise, here's what we're going to do. The
big boy. The big boy.
Is the big boy. I'm actually scared for him. Let's make a dua for you first, okay? Let's make a dua.
Yeah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Here we go. Firoza, assalamu alaikum. Please send me. We love those chilies. Okay, you will be able to collect your chili here from the radio studio. I will leave a chili for Firoza Vauda. So we had to say a prayer first because Sibonise is about to chow down.
Yeah.
Please have your milk ready. This is the Carolina Reaper. Go for it.
If you can't hear me on radio.
If he dies, he dies. No.
Please make dua for me.
Okay. Just cut a piece off
Okay.
I don't want you eating the whole thing.
Bismillah.
And there we go. Yes, that's more than enough. That is more than enough. He's going to show you on the camera. Show that camera, and please show this camera to what you're actually going to eat, the piece you're going to eat.
Okay.
Now, the thing with the Carolina Reaper is it goes into your throat even through your skin. So you're going to feel that even from handling the chili bush. So when you're pruning a Carolina Reaper bush, do it with gloves on. Show this camera here. This is how much he's having. It's a tiny piece. It's a tiny piece. Let's just know, okay? This is not eating a full chili. Bismillah. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. First reaction. Taste. Quickly before the heat hits you.
It's like the orange.
Orange?
Yeah.
Fruity?
You see, yeah. You see when you're peeling the orange, that's cover off the orange on the
Why
first.
don't you give me that chili? I want to try a piece as well. Let's go. We've been doing it all together anyway, hey? So let's do it together.
Tastes different.
This one tastes different. Carolina Reaper tastes different.
Oh my God.
But that, the smell in studio of the chili. Sibonisa, have milk, brother. Have some milk. Sibonisa has now just been kicked by the sting of the Reaper. They want to see you. So I'm going to turn this camera. They want to see Siboniso. Where are you? Whoops, there's so many cameras here today. Okay, he's struggling.
This one, I'm telling you, this one.
So I'm going to have even a tinier piece than you. Just a little thing like this. Okay, I'm going to show the camera. That's the amount I'm having. A tiny. Whoa, I dropped it. It's so tiny, I dropped it. Yeah, he's struggling. He's feeling the pain. He's feeling the pain of the Reaper. Okay, so this is how much I'm having. I'm having like a half of what Sibu had. Okay. Bog roll, here you go. You need some paper. So the first thing when I taste the Carolina Reaper is a beautiful flavor. And then it bites. And it bites the back of the throat. And it spreads from the back of the throat. The heat of the Carolina Reaper spreads down the throat into the mouth. And what the Reaper does is, Vanessa, you're right, brother. Okay, he says he's nodding, yes, but it doesn't look like he is. What it does is, as the heat starts to subside, he's running away from the camera because he can't deal. As the heat subsides, you think it's gone. It comes back in again. I'm going to have another piece. I'm going to have another piece because it's very tasty. Okay, bigger piece this time. Here is my piece of Carolina Reaper. Here we go. Sibo, you're going to join me in another piece. Come on now. Carolina Reaper.
It's right here on my throat.
It grabs you.
Yeah.
It grabs you like a chokehold.
Yeah, bo.
And the closer you get to the to the center, Mr. Fenter, the hotter it spreads. It spreads like a fire, but it's the kind of heat that is quite hectic. And it blooms. The heat blooms like a flower. So in the back of my throat right now, and you'll hear my voice, in the back of my throat, it's blooming like a flower. And that's your Reaper. So the first sister who wanted a chili, oh, man alive, for Rosa Valda. Your Carolina Reaper is here for you, sister. Man alive, subhanallah. Subhanallah. Here we are. Now, folks, you don't want to miss the Sunday Lounge that's coming up after this. And Sibonese is in recovery.
Now much better.
Much better. So have some more, yeah.
Oh, no.
Woo, folks. Woo. Carolina Reaper is not a joke. This is a foretaste. I wanted to do the show with you folks because when we have Nature's Market Day, what are we going to have? A chili eating competition.
Yeah.
With prizes. Listen, my mouth is not hot, but I swallowed it quite quick, so It's in my throat, in the back of my throat.
Right here.
It's like if one could gargle with milk, one should. On air. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
Lovely experience.
It is an experience of a lifetime, though, hey? It's a roller coaster of heat. And now, oh, my whole body is going cold. There's that wave of euphoria that's hitting me. Wow, how do people actually eat it with their meals is a question that's come in. Very carefully. You only need a little. As much as we've eaten is enough to flavor an entire pot of stew. Okay? Someone messaged, I'm going to eat chilies now. Please do. Someone else said, yogurt helps. Any dairy helps. Some people will say, oh, drink honey. Honey helps to cut the chili. No, it doesn't, because honey contains fructose as well as sucrose. And sucrose intensifies the heat of chilies. Sister Jamila has contacted, she sent a message, and she says, very brave. Very brave. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Round of applause. We need some. Yeah. Sister Feroza says, make a jam with it. Yes. Excellent for this. Jam will be excellent. Another message that came in from Brother Afzal, I need a Carolina chili. So we've got 3 to give away that are intact. One is going to Brother Afzal. Can we write that down? Brother Afzal.
Okay.
Inshallah. You can collect from the studio. The other is going to Sister Feroza Valda. Sister Feroza Valda is the winner of the second chili. Comment has come in. Sibonisa has gone quiet now. Sibonisa, oh man, but the feeling that you get from the heat of a chili.
After the heat.
Listen, I'm having some more.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on, Sibonisa. Join me. We've got like 5 minutes to go to the end of the show. Let's end this on a hot note. Let's end it on a hot note. Let's go. Let's go. Bismillah. Rabia's going to have a little bit more of this chili. Now, I do intermittent fasting, so I have not lined my stomach this morning. But here's another piece of the Reaper. And that's going in my mouth. In my mouth. The chili. The Carolina Reaper. Question comes in. Do you have enough milk?
Yeah, boy.
We have a liter. We have a liter. Let's go. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Oh, I dropped it. You see, it doesn't even want to get eaten. There we go. Yeah, if anybody wants, there's also this Carolina Reaper. You see now, I've eaten it and it's fine, but wait for it because it sneaks up on you, doesn't it? You eat it and you feel this flavor and you think, no, that's fine. And then it whacks you. Like now, here it comes. Here it comes. It's building. It's building.
Slowly.
It builds. And then just when you think the heat has gone away, it kicks you again. But the flavor of the Carolina Reaper is what I absolutely love. So we have 3 minutes to go. We've got to end the show. Folks, we'd ask you to join Salma Kazi Wahab on the Sunday Lounge. We've got some beautiful programs lined up for you for the rest of the day. Sister Jamila has commented and says, Salams, walaikum salam. The Carolina Reaper is also rich in antioxidants such as beta-carotene, which is a precursor to vitamin A. Ouch! My throat. Quercetin, which is found in fruits and vegetables. Quercetin is an anti-aging thing, by the way. Quercetin. Camphorol, which is found in apples. And lutein, found in leafy green vegetables. Lutein, by the way, is great for your eyes. Antioxidants aid in preventing cell damage caused by free radicals. Someone asks a comment, is it like wasabi when it hits the nose a short time later? No, it's worse because it doesn't go into your nose unless you've had a lot of it. It literally sets your throat on fire It wants to close down your throat. It's like a hand has gotten around your neck and it's burning, right?
We got one message here on Facebook from brother Abdul Samad Ismail saying cool stuff.
Cool stuff, cool stuff, cool stuff. Alhamdulillah. So there we go. I like this, Carolina. So Benicio, I'm going to leave you all of these chilies.
Yeah.
And those who have booked their names down to collect the Carolina Reapers, I'm going to leave you in charge of making sure that reception gets these so you can get your chilies from reception. Please send us on WhatsApp your name, your ID number, so we know it's you, so that we don't give your chilies to somebody else by mistake. Thank you to Sister Jamila for the comment. There's other comments that have come in here. WKG, Salam. Sibonisa doesn't need any energy drink today. No, yes, he doesn't. Absolutely not. Sister Razia Khan. Hey, salams, Rabia. Good challenge. Also can make chili oil. Yes, so I had actually brought in some stuff to make with these chilies, but we didn't have the time. Next time.
Week, inshallah. Yeah.
Absolutely. And someone else has messaged in. There's no name here. Hi, salams. Is Salma in? Ask her to join. I did actually in the week. But Sister Salma Kazi Wahab is not interested in the chilies. She's not. AMC.
She's going to make it.
Sister says, Zed Bayat Silly, Sister, may I have the Carolina chili? Now, I think we've got 3 Carolina chilies and 3 to give away. The best I can do is give you the one we cut into, because there's only 4 and one of them we cut into. So if you're interested in that, okay, that is from Zed Bayat. Zed Bayat. Brother Asfal is saying Jazakallah. We've got Zuleika Mustafa, Sister Zuleika, also sending us a dua for the show. Jazakallah so much to everyone. I'm going to hand over to Sister Salma Kazi Wahab from me and
Sibonisa Mkize
from the entire team at Radio Al Ansar. It's been swell. It's been great. It's been hot being with you all today. And we will see you next week, same time, same place, from 9 to 10 a.m. every Sunday. It's Green Thumbs Up with Rabia Carvalho, only on Radio Al Ansar. Until next